how we get this done. I have literally been procrastinating like crazy. Like I've been stressing. I bought a bunch of stress snacks though, so I cannot stress enough to consider like how much time you would actually have to dedicate to this, because do not underestimate how much time everything takes. Like, hey loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sia, and today we're doing a day in my life of an interior design student who's going through finals. So this is my third and final video on the day in my life of a design student for this semester. I'm taking 3 classes right now: Elements of Design, Fundamentals of Interior Architecture and Design, and Photoshop and Illustrator. I talk about it a lot in the last 2 videos, so if you haven't seen those, go check them out. But now we are preparing for finals, which is just mostly projects. I have a ton of projects to do right now, and I'm slacking. I literally just spent the last 2 hours brain rotting. So today is June 8th. Okay, it's 5 p.m. and all of my projects are due by June 11th. It's the final day that I can get them in. So I don't have much time because I have projects due for all of the classes, and I also have to work on Monday and Tuesday. So of course that's gonna take up some of my time. It being 5 o'clock right now, 5 p.m. is not a good thing. I definitely wasted my Saturday for the most part, but I am still going to spend the rest of the day getting this stuff done. So for one of my classes, for Fundamentals of Interior Design, I do have a birdhouse that I need to create, and I'm probably gonna do that tomorrow with the help of Mario. So what I'm gonna do today is just plan out what I want it to look like. So once I plan that out, we should be ready to go on that for tomorrow. Today, after I do the planning for that, I am really gonna focus on the Elements of Design class, which is like a wrap up of everything we have done for the semester. There are some projects that I unfortunately did not get to complete to the best of my abilities, so I will have to do some fine tuning and tweaking for that, or finalizing it really. This semester has been absolutely great and overwhelming at the same time, especially the last few weeks. But I am going to do like a full semester recap at the end of this video, as this is the final few days. And I'm gonna let you know exactly what I'm doing for next semester. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna focus on for today. For the Photoshop class, there is a lot to do for that class. And once again, I have the Photoshop book, but I have not started on any of the homeworks or the projects that I have to do from that book. And I'm thinking maybe that'll be a tomorrow thing, because I just know the Elements of Design class project is gonna take much longer than I could ever imagine. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and we are gonna see how we get this done. I have literally been procrastinating like crazy. Like I've been stressing. I bought a bunch of stress snacks though, so I'm ready now. I put the phone down and stopped doom scrolling on TikTok, and yeah, we're gonna get started on that right now. As y'all just saw, I have to get my snack. Yes, I'm starting off with the reward for getting started, okay? I don't know why though, I'm just so anxious, just because I know there's so much to do, but I'm gonna have this first while I open up everything that I need to open up for this project and just get it going. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna do good. Just gotta get out of my head. That's it. My Wi-Fi doesn't even want me to work. I forgot to set it when I went downstairs because it was hardly working on my phone either. Now everything's loaded and not working, so I'm gonna reset that and then get to it. So when I went downstairs to refresh the Wi-Fi, I thought I need another snack, but I need something I can continuously like snack at while I sit here. And I realized we didn't pick up chips earlier, so I took a walk. I got some chips. I got the Lay's, salt and vinegar. I got some Doritos. and I have some ruffles, and this officially really feels like finals week. Like when I was in school at Drexel many years ago, I just remember sitting in the lounge with my sister eating a big old bag of Doritos. Now these are not big. This probably cost me more than the price of the big Doritos back then, because just 3 bags of chips cost me almost $9. How? These are dollar bags. This shouldn't have cost me more than $3. But I don't know, inflation is ridiculous. But anyways, I'm seriously gonna get started now. I'll probably come back to you guys like after I get in a little bit of a groove, because obviously I need to do that.
Second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Saying, if you a bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them dim the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume. Go, go.
I recognize your fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice, poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. There's blood in my pen, better yet with your friends and them. I really wanna know you all, I really wanna show you off. Fuck God, pour up plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you curse this name. You called up your girlfriends and y'all curled in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party, she wanna go and party. Nigga, don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga, that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know you what you want. Oh, I think justice, put it in the song, alright. You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know you what you want. Oh, I think justice, put it in the song, alright.
Hi, I'm Nasia Turner, and this is my house for the final birdhouse project for Fundamentals of Interior Design. I drew inspiration from architect Joseph Newsom and painted and decorated this house. So basically this house gives sort of like a gingerbread Victorian eclectic feel, which I feel like is what he's done with his houses, such as the Sessions house and the Hale house. So what I did here to add a little bit of texture, I cut these gray shingles out, but there are many shingles on this house, so this blue area would be that as well. So this blue area would be different types of shingles as well as these curved painted gray lines here. A lot of the homes that he designed, had roof gables, so these triangular parts of the house. Since this house that I picked up isn't exactly triangular, I did draw out or paint out the triangles there. These houses also had different colors, giving that eclectic feel, so I definitely did like these dark green around the front. I did some gray as well here, and then left some spaces kind of natural, just to represent the different colors on the houses that he created. Also, I added this big archway here, similar to his Sessions house, as well as this circle that he had here, which I believe was drawn from Chinese inspiration on the Sessions house. So I added that there. Both the houses that I drew inspiration from also had porches, so we have that around. This whole house is also on the second floor, as these houses usually had enough space to break the homes up into apartments, as they did back in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I definitely did darker colors for more of the Gothic feel. I also added the underpainting of this green, like he has in the Sessions house. If you look like on the ceilings of the outside layers, you'll see like a lighter green touch that I also added here as well. So yeah, that is my birdhouse for my final project. Hey love, so it's been about a week and a half since I finished all my finals and the semester is over. So I just wanted to give like a final recap of like how the semester went for me, what I think, what I'm gonna do next when it comes to interior design school and this program that I'm in, and maybe to help you kind of figure out, you know, what you want to do, and just give a little bit of insight. I'm gonna be doing my makeup at the same time, so don't mind me. I need to film more videos after this, so I figured while I get ready, I'll just like talk to you guys about what's going on. Also, don't mind my eyes. This is like somewhat of the aftermath. My eyes are just still healing from the allergic reactions that I've been having. This is probably one of the best days I've had in a long time when it comes to my eyes. We did figure out that Claritin works when I am having an allergic reaction, and so my eyes would get swollen and then it'll go down after I take the Claritin, but it's still like, you know, I'm still fighting the eczema and stuff, but it's getting there. So yeah, this big light spot, just, ugh, guys, I'm so over it, but I feel like we're finally going in the right direction, like finally. But anyways, so like I said, the semester is over, which I am so excited about. Almost as excited as I was to start the semester. It was stressful in the second half. Yeah, the second half was pretty stressful, and I just was doing way too much. I was doing too much. Face is a little greasy, ouch, from these eye products. Anyways, so I had, as I told y'all, 3 classes that I was taking, and I learned so much from each of the classes, and I feel like so far it's just like absolutely worth it to take the classes if this is like the route you want to go. But I would say, like, if you are also working full-time, just be extremely mindful of how many classes you take at one time. I was being extremely ambitious with taking 3 classes at one time, and I thought I could handle it, and you know what, maybe I could have, and I guess I did, but when I tell you those late nights were no joke, and just being super exhausted between work and school, plus, you know, I launched my swimwear line and have been working on doing the markets and stuff. Just way too much was going on, and because of that, I am only taking 1 class next semester. And I think I would have capacity to take 2, but I think I'm gonna just take the 1. I know that I have a lot going on. It's summertime. It's much harder to say, you know, no to people when it comes to like going out and all that stuff, because it's summer, you want to be outside having fun, whatever, and I don't want to set myself up for complete failure. Plus I have, you know, some family engagements to attend, so I am just gonna do 1 class for the summer semester and yeah, not fail. And I didn't fail my classes, I just could have done better. I think it being like beginner classes, the professors were pretty nice on how they graded. I don't think I did bad or anything, but I know for some of the projects that I had to do, it was just the point of like doing them. Like I just had to do them. And some projects, because I just didn't have enough time, I was doing way too much, I did not get to finish. So like the ones that I did get to finish and maybe they weren't perfect or whatever, I'm getting nearly like close to perfect scores on them. So any like points that I missed out on was just because I didn't have time to actually get the work done. My skin is just not happy with me right now. I think I showed you guys, or I'll show you guys now, my birdhouse that I did. I had to do a little presentation for that. Thankfully, it was just like pre-recorded. A quick few minutes for the presentation, nothing too crazy. Thankfully, I didn't have to actually present that to the class. I did have to do a presentation for the class, for a different class, for my Photoshop and Illustrators class. And that's the class where I was like running an A the whole semester, but by the very end of it, I ended up not being able to complete all the projects. I did the final project. I mostly focused on that too by the end because it was worth a lot of points. Like a lot of the projects that we had were like anywhere between 15 to 50 points, but the final was like 800 points, so towards our grade. So I was like, well, obviously I need to focus on the final. And you know what? And I really wanted to get it done on time. I thought that, you know, if I don't get it in by the 11:59, ooh, I got a new foundation. And that looks like a pretty good match. That looks pretty nice. Okay, let's see. Maybe a little dark actually, but I'll just be tanning in the summer, so that looks good. Anyways, but the class, I didn't want to miss the 11:59 deadline, so I just submitted what I was able to get done, and I missed like a whole piece of the final project, unfortunately. And then after that, I decided to upload some of the projects that we had during class that I actually did. I just didn't upload them, and I'm like, silly me. I should have been uploading these, you know, as soon as I was done. Now it's past the deadline, and even though it was past the deadline, they still gave me full credits for them. So, but I didn't know this until, you know, later the next day when I couldn't keep uploading stuff, and I saw the grades or whatever, and I got full grades, and I'm like, dang, I would have did everything that I was missing in order to get the full grades, but such is life. I really should have just got it done on time. It just was really difficult. And if you're someone like me who just has a lot going on, if you have kids, whatever, work full time, I cannot stress enough to consider like how much time you would actually have to dedicate to this, because though the classes are only like 9 hours a week for the 3 classes that I took, which is actually still a lot, like 3 hours on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like, ooh, that was still a lot. The time that you need to spend outside of the classroom on projects and stuff, do not underestimate how much time everything takes. Like, I think that was my problem. And so for my fall semester, I think I'll probably do, you know, 2 classes. I'll see if I'll do 2 or 1. You know, I'm not in some crazy rush or anything, and I really want to like do good. I just want to do good. And I know that I keep hearing like quite some people don't even finish the program because they end up working afterwards and all that stuff. They end up finding work because they've already learned a lot. These classes, they teach you a lot. And you know, that'd be great if that is, you know, what ends up happening to me. But regardless of whether that happens or not, I look crazy. I just want to do good. I want to do good. I want to put my best efforts, and I feel like I kind of fell short there because I'm doing way too much. And I think with that lesson, I'll be able to just like pass the next classes with like flying colors for real, because it really is just like dedicating time to it. So, okay. So for my Photoshop and Illustrator class, and this is kind of all over the place, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to figure out which points I wanted to hit. But I don't remember if I showed you guys what I did for the Photoshop and Illustrator class, but for that I had to do a self-portrait, just playing around in Photoshop and Illustrator to create this like wonky self-portrait. And then I had to do a floor plan and a different like room perspective. And I was able to do the perspective on Photoshop, and I think that came out okay. Like, I'm not super proud of it. Like, I probably wouldn't show it to anybody, but like the perspective was good. And so when I presented that, that's what the professor said, like, did really good with showing the perspective and the spacing of the home and the room that I decided on. I did not get to do the floor plan, unfortunately. That is what I ended up missing from the project. I feel like I have a bit of a better handle on those programs, and so if I had to use them, I wouldn't feel too lost like I have before. Before this camera shuts off, hopefully, let me quickly just talk to you about what class I'm taking next semester. So next semester, I am taking a color theory class, and there's no set time for this class, the one that I ended up with. I dropped my Revit class. I don't know if that was a great idea or not, and I dropped, I think, Elements of Design 2, which that was probably a great idea because that is extremely time consuming, and I know my time will be limited for the summer. I heard the color theory class is like really in depth, and so I probably will learn a lot. Like, I can't imagine how much I'm going to learn in a color theory class and how deep it goes, but that's just because I don't know too much about color theory. And I'm excited to learn it and kind of just like use it for my own personal projects and stuff when I'm decided on colors, because y'all know that your girl is very indecisive. So yeah, there's no set class time. I will be doing it on my own, like watching the classes on my own and then submitting the assignments on the due dates and stuff. I'm gonna see how that goes. I didn't really trust myself to do something like that, but I think it's class, I have to get it done. I know I'm gonna need to get these assignments in on time, so I think I'll be good. I think it was good for me to not do that the first semester and have like a set schedule. I do plan on setting my own kind of schedule, which I'm going to talk to you guys about in my next video, and that should help me like stay on track, of course. So yeah, that is that. If you have any questions, and if I think of something else before I post this video, I will add it to this clip. But if you have any questions about interior design school and the UCLA program and just like how it's gone for me and anything like that, definitely let me know. I am not sure how much I touched on here besides the fact of like, make sure you have the time, but it's probably the biggest lesson I've learned through this. So
You're worth the chase, you're burning up. It's alright, I'm not dangerous. When you're mine, I'll be generous. You're irreplaceable, collectible, just like fine china. Favorite, you're my favorite. It's like all the girls around me don't have faces, and they're saying no. Life is just a game, but I'm not playing. Whoa, whoa, he's so replaceable. You're worth the chase, you're burning up. It's alright, I'm not dangerous.
but yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. I am happy to answer them down below. If you are just looking for a specific class, you can definitely take that. Like, you don't have to do the whole program like I'm intending on doing. There are so many classes if you just need to brush up on something. My Elements of Design class, they had us doing SketchUp without even learning SketchUp yet. Like, that I found kind of crazy. And so for those projects, I didn't do well because I don't know how to use SketchUp, and it felt very advanced. So if you do decide to take that class, another tip is just like have some SketchUp skills too, because they're apparently requiring the professors for that class to give a SketchUp portion, and though the professor like did like some side classes for it, that was not enough for me. And I think there's a whole class on SketchUp too, and yeah, I need that. And it's kind of interesting to me that I needed that too, because like back in the day, I used to do these floor plans and stuff on these programs, and it came so easy to me. I don't know why it just seemed so difficult to me this time. I don't know, but it was. But yeah. How do we feel about that? I don't know. But yeah, I keep ending this off, but let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next one. Of course, I'm gonna do videos for the next semester, so stay tuned for that one. Bye.